Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. That's Delete. I'm Travis. It's Friday, and that means it's time for Roman Reigns, the Bloodline storyline, the 1,000-day celebration, and a couple matches, or SmackDown, just in general.
1,000.
Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns crap.
We're going to get a new championship belt tonight, I heard. Possibly. The rumor.
What's going to be the fallout for the Bloodline? I don't know.
Oh, you don't know?
I don't know anything. Anyways, there are people in our chat. Hello, people in the chat. How are you today?
Trying to make it.
It's Friday. Are you ready for your weekends? The weekends are going to start.
They're trying to make it relevant, and it's weird.
It's not
Because
relevant.
it's one belt he's had for 1,000 days. The other belt he's had for 400 days. Combine them together, he's had two belts for 400 days.
Yeah.
They don't run simultaneously. It's not like life sentences.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they think it's so great. But
I mean,
they
obviously,
do.
over the last
there's
year, plus, until last Sunday, or Monday, Friday, Saturday, there we go. We'll get there.
There's a day.
He was the undisputed champion.
Right.
Now he's not the undisputed champion anymore. But it was pretty impressive for 400 plus days.
Yeah. Yeah, that and all of it. We have people in our chat though. Hey, Walter, Robert. Hey, guys, how's it going? Walter says, hey, Travis and Daphne, see you guys at 9 for SmackDown. Walter's going to be late tonight. Never late on Fridays. Robert says, hey, my wrestling buddies, how's it going? I was celebrating my birthday yesterday. Well, happy belated birthday, Robert.
Happy
I hope
birthday.
you had a fantabulous day of wonderfulness.
And you were safe.
They even put CM Punk on there. That's pretty funny. Sophie is in the chat, and Harley. Sophie says, hi, there is a report that the WWE is going to introduce a new Universal Championship tonight. Technically, it is 1,006 days. And technically, he's only been one of those champions for one, and they are kind of talking about that champion. But not this one.
When you look at the top title reigns of all time, they are the WWE Championship. And his is the Universal Championship, so it just looks funny when you look at the record books. It's a different title.
It is.
It doesn't count.
Yeah, he's
It's
only
cute,
held one
it's
of them
fun,
for 1,000
but it's not
days.
legit. It doesn't matter.
But not both. You guys are idiots. Stop trying to make fetch happen, wrestling.
I mean, obviously, he's the greatest champion of that belt ever. That's
For
fine.
now.
That's fine. Well, it'll probably never... They might even get rid of it tonight.
Oh, yeah. I guess
I mean,
could.
we got to see what they end up doing.
Harley says, hello, everybody. How was everybody's day today? Great, Harley. Robbie's in the chat. Robbie says, well, hello. How art thou? And Faye's Games in the chat says, is Roman kicking off SmackDown? Well,
I'm going to go out and say yes, but we don't know yet because they're doing a full countdown. They're highlights right now. They're at 9:45.
Sophie says, rumors are going to introduce the new women's championships for Rhea and Asuka. There's another rumor that they're going to make Roman a superhero face somehow. Robert says, thanks, I appreciate it. I did enjoy my birthday. It was great, thanks. Well, good, Robert. I'm glad that you had a good birthday. Hopefully somebody made you a cake. Vindicator's in the chat. Hey, Vince says, we're here. It's Friday. Time for some end-of-week shenanigans to tide you over until next week. Thank God. A weekend without wrestling. Phew.
What?
Yay. Robbie says, I have to laugh. Manchester United are willing to pay $85 million for Mason Mount, a failed 24-year-old English player from Chelsea FC. LOL, what a ripoff. That sounds stupid.
It's just money.
Robbie says, they do it for the casual wrestling fans like you. No, they don't. You're not slick. I'm a little bit sicko. No touchy.
I'm touching the cat.
No, you weren't.
Sicko.
Vindicator says, oh, I know you guys don't watch, but just thought it was funny that Rampage tonight is touted as a championship-only show, and none of the championships are from AEW. Oh, the hilarity of Mr. Khan.
That is pretty funny. So, are we going to get the girls match first? Zelina Vega and, what's her name? The blonde bombshell?
Lacey Evans.
Lacey Evans.
For a ladder in the main
Nope, it looks like it's
match.
going to be the dudes. Montez Ford versus L.A. Knight.
For an also Money in the Bank qualifying match. They're showing all of them.
Oh, maybe they're doing that one too.
They're just showing them that that's happening tonight.
I thought it was going to start with that. Oh, no, they're going to start it out.
It's moments away from the six-man tag team match.
Man.
Brawling Brutes and Austin Theory and Pretty Deadly. That's happening tonight sometime.
That's
moments
next.
away.
Although it doesn't say next anywhere on there.
Nope, but it's moments away, so that must be true that it's going to be next. Oh, yeah, there's Austin. He's out there. Nobody cares about you and your weirdness. Sophie says India is scheduled to get a WWE pay-per-view in September. Robert's like, yeah. And John's in the chat. Hey, John, good to see you. So let me talk to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sophie says today marks 9 years since Seth broke up the Shield. And Ravi says, D, you're a casual fan, ain't you? Who said I was a fan? Brandon Stevens is in the chat. Says Willow Nightingale marry Brandon Stevens. Yeah? You want Willow?
Woo.
She's a champion somewhere over in New Japan or something.
She might hurt you.
Ravi says, D, have you got your spray bottle ready? For the cat that's on my lap, or for Travis? Vindicator says, ironically, Ford and Knight are two guys I think WWE should be pushing the most right now. Roman needs an eventual replacement. Well, of course he needs a replacement.
It's Austin Theory. We already know who it is.
Sophie says we're getting Seth versus Damian Priest for the World Heavyweight Championship this Monday. Cool beans. And Ravi says Austin Theory is the best thing on SmackDown. That's good to know.
That'd be LA Knight. Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, almost the same as that guy. Nobody cares.
Let's get this tag team underway. We got a 6-man tag
Why
team
do we
match
stop
coming
to
up.
listen to him talk? Somebody interrupt his ass.
Hey, look.
Did you forget to stop the running of the
Yeah.
clock?
Yeah.
For how many? Is that a day?
Been 2 days. It was Wednesday.
Huh.
Reset.
Weird. Let's see. Robbie says, oh, for both, I know you will spray Travis for laughs. Vindicator says, Robbie, no lie, keep an eye on this Brandon character. I think he's a nut bar. I've seen him say that Mary comment many times and usually nothing else. Not sure if it's a bot or mindless troll. John says, it's been almost 10 years since I motorboated a hot Hooters girl and got kicked out. Well, you know, sometimes that's considered inappropriate behavior unless that Hooters girl has said yours. And Sophie says, why did Theory mention Roman Reigns? Reign has 1,200 days. Who knows?
So I've never heard their music before, but it's like a 70s disco type music, like the Bee Gees-ish.
Oh my god, this is weird. John's like, LOL.
Did you want to wear a shirt like that?
Live, on our live. I'm sure everybody would be pleased. As they barf. Hurriedly report us so we get kicked off YouTube for inappropriateness.
What's funny is we could do it, right? So, like, we get those shirts that are the naked tops.
Oh my god, the naked men torsos.
Right.
That'd be hilarious.
And then put those tops over it. And then do that for Halloween or whatever. Who are you guys? We're pretty deadly. What?
John's like, LOL, and Robbie's like, DLO, you encourage such behavior? I don't know what he does in his private time. Sophie's like, wow, crickets. Vindicator's like, pretty deadly being caught up in budget cuts. Can't come soon enough. FaZe says, how long has Austin Theory held the U.S. title?
You know, I don't track that stuff. I've never really been into it. It's kind of funny because I see it all the time on the internet. People are like, oh, he's had the belt this long. Or, you know, what's his name? Gunther's 100 days away now from passing the all-time record. And it's like, I've never cared.
Yeah.
I don't compare the eras.
That'd be weird. Stop doing that.
But I feel like if you're going to compare them, you have to compare them on equal footing, which means
True.
Roman has only been the undisputed champion for 400 days, so that's his title run.
True.
Because all those other champions you're comparing him to had one belt.
That's right. It's true, though. They only have one belt. Faye says that, and Robbie says, go on, D, with that outfit, that would be jokes. And Sophie says Braun just went through neck fusion surgery. Yep.
Yeah, 4 and 5.
Reading about that. Yep. John says, hey, in my defense, I asked. She didn't say no. She even stuck them out.
Motorboat.
Oh, well, there you go.
Nothing better than a good old motorboat. I should buy a boat.
Yeah. Sophie says, do you think Gunther will lose his championship on the day that he beat Honky Tonk Man's record?
No.
I don't think so.
No,
Nor do I know.
they'll probably keep it on him longer. Triple H likes to make it look like his guys that he brought in are good. Mm-hmm. And so that's what he's gonna do. Anytime he has a chance to use his people to break Vince's people's records,
Right?
he'll do it.
He'll think it's so cool. So I have a question about Braun Strowman.
Whoa!
Who broke his neck then?
I don't know.
Or if that's just something that happened.
Yeah, it could have been something that's been bugging him for a while, and then he got tests and found out that something was wrong with it. Or it could have been in a match.
Robbie says, these douches. Alon Harley says, happy Pride Month. Jermaine says, I'm so happy that Jimmy finally kicked Roman in the face.
Are you?
That's interesting, Jermaine. We'll see how that works out for him in the
Should
end.
be pretty interesting.
Sophie says, 2 years today, Braun got released from the WWE. Yeah, and then he came back, and then he broke his neck and had to get it fused. Suck.
What the fuck, Wade?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what Cole thinks. Yeah, freaking wackadoodle.
You took the words right out of his mouth.
Yeah. Wade. You freak. Jesus Christ. Who paid him to say that? Like,
I think he realized he was saying it as he was saying it, and then he was like, oh my god, I can't stop now. I've already said it.
I think the Pretty Deadly probably made it for him to say. They probably are like, we're going to pay you, and we want you to say it, so here you go. Sophie says, who do you think will be the first superstar to get released this time? I don't know. Ravi says Braun Strowman was finished the day he returned. Jermaine says Roman deserved it. John says, Sophie, if I do a shot every time you ask a question, I'd pass out in an hour. Sophie says, what are your plans for this weekend? Steph, what are your plans?
She's going to work.
Yeah, I'm going to work.
At a zoo.
At a zoo. Robbie says, John, you would die. Death becomes you. John's plans for the weekend is shots, so there's that. That's good to know, bud.
You just going to do shots?
Just shots. I suggest eating some food in there somewhere, too. Robbie says, I'm going out Saturday. Woo, Saturday going out.
Saturday. Celebrate.
Yeah, that guy. Is he sleeping? Is his head falling? He's like, meh. You just stay out there and go to sleep, buddy.
Right.
He's like, I'm going to be on your lap. I've been sleeping in my bed all day.
Right. I'm tired of sleeping in my bed. I need to sleep somewhere else.
So he says, I might get a haircut tomorrow since the barber isn't open on Sunday. John says, okay, a few wings too. Well, there you go. That's good. There you go. Good choice. Jermaine says, I heard that Bianca is going to turn heel. Is that what's going to happen?
It would be silly if they did that, but it would be interesting at the same time. I don't see it happening, but I've been wrong before.
I don't know how they could do it.
Well, I don't know why you would do it. Who's the baby face?
Because Asuka's a heel, and she has it, so why would you do that? Robbie says to meet a few mates, watch some foodie in the pub cup final, get some food. Yeah, that sounds like a great plan. You
High
should.
carbs. Get a lot of carbs in you if you're going to be drinking liquor.
Liquor. Drinking liquor.
Go to a casino. That way you got liquor in the front and poker in the rear.
Mm-hmm. That looks stupid.
Mystery dessert. Mine is raw. Murder! I was watching murder shows tonight.
Sounds like Sophie matched the carpet with the drapes. And Sophie says, have you guys played WWE 2K23 this week? No.
No. Played a little Diablo 4.
Diablo. Harley says, my plans are spending time with my new girlfriend going to the blank.
Bar.
Robbie says, hello, Travis. Is that what you did to D? No idea what you even said, so gross.
Liquor in the front, poker in the rear.
Sophie says it will be interesting how they're going to turn Roman back into a babyface after this heel run.
I don't think they'll do it. It'd be weird if they did. I mean, I guess if they want to just get rid of the bloodline altogether and just can the storyline, Roman could go away for a while. Somebody needs help.
Belmont
and then
Stakes is going to be on June 10th.
Yeah, that's the night of the UFC, and there's a big boxing match that night. Teofimo Lopez said he's going to kill the other guy.
Sounds...
With murder.
With murder? With murder? What? With murder?
Yeah. Murder will be the weapon.
Yeah. It's nice.
What you looking at, buddy? Just go to sleep.
Robbie says, I'm sure, Travis, that's what swayed you to stay with you all these years. Sophie says, Bliss said in an interview she expects to be back wrestling within a month after she gives birth.
Yeah. Good for her. She's like, I don't want anything to do with the baby.
She's like, yeah, gross.
Nothing.
Ugh.
I want to be on the road.
Bonding time is disgusting. Robbie says no one cares about Alexa, lol. And John says red rum. Yes, murder.
Murder.
He's got everything. He's got the athletic tools.
He has an athletic tool.
He is an athletic tool.
Oh. Look at the quick tags. Pretty deadly. They're like a well-polished unit.
Ew, gross.
Yeah.
Bryce is in the chat. Hey, Bryce says hello. Happy Friday, guys. Happy Friday, Bryce. How are you doing? So everyone's hoping that Bray Wyatt comes back soon.
Yeah, why not? More nothing. It's irritated me. This last comeback, they did nothing. Nothing happened. Don't like that.
Yeah, weird. Bryce says, very good so far. Well, good. Good to hear. We're just watching the first real match of tonight's SmackDown. 6-man tag. Brawling Brutes versus Austin Theory and the Pretty Deadly Dudes.
Yeah, because they're so pretty.
And
You got to take a bite because they're so delicious.
So he says the WWE plans on breaking up Ronda and Shayna. Harley says going to the water park with my new girlfriend and some other friends. Cool. That sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, get him in a bathing suit. That's what I would say.
Jermaine says, how long do you think that Seth Rollins is going to have his title? I don't know. As long as it takes.
Well, with all these other title runs, I don't know, 2 years maybe? It seems like all they want to do is keep the titles on these guys forever.
Robbie says, real matches on WWE. Yeah, the real ones.
Sheamus in there cleaning house. He's the only true star in there. I guess Theory could be considered a star.
He's kind of. Maybe.
He's on his way. He's on the up and up.
Right.
Doesn't that mean, like, honest? The up and up?
Usually.
The triple white noise!
Not the triples. Sophie says, I say give Rollins a long championship run and have him lose it to Gunther at Mania.
Nah.
Which Mania? The next Mania or the one after? Robbie says Roman will die with the titles. And Sophie says, I just had dinner not that long ago. Good
Yummy.
for you.
What'd you eat?
Dinner is good. What?
What kind of dinner?
What kind of dinner?
Alexa, stop.
Why is she talking? She's so weird.
Ba-dum. Uh-oh. Butch going up top. No, he's not going all the way up top. Talk about, like, not wanting to fall. He's like, okay, everything's square. I'm good. Okay, go.
Sophie says Mania 40. Yeah? I don't think it should be this next one. I think it should be the next one after.
The legend, Indiana Jones, is back.
Yeah.
You know, they had to suspend filming because he broke his leg.
Oh, fuck. Poor guy. He's all old and broke his leg. Jesus, how that will happen.
But that was a long time ago.
A long time ago? Like 5 years ago?
So are they going to make 6 of them?
I thought they already had other ones.
Is it just going to go to streaming? Is it not going to theater?
I don't know. I didn't look. I would not be surprised if they were jerks like that. Jermaine says, what's your favorite WrestleMania?
I like 4, but I think 3's right up there with it. And I like 2. So 2, 3, and 4 are my favorite 3.
Robbie said, Mania should be 3 nights. Imagine that. Sophie says, this match isn't that bad as I thought it would be for some reason.
They want to add more main events? I just think every match should be called the main event.
Right.
That way nobody gets left out.
John says they used CGI to make Indy look younger. Sophie says all 4 Indiana Jones and the Indiana Jones TV series all on Disney Plus, I think, for the first time ever. Robbie's like, D likes WrestleMania 6. And Sophie says, I think my fave Mania is Mania 28. And Chris Connie's in the chat. Hey, Chris, good to see you tonight. Says, hey, Travis and D. How's it going, my man? How you doing? Jermaine says, as always, going to be WrestleMania 20. Yeah, that's your favorite? I don't even know any of these. So.
Double X.
Sounds stupid.
30's at least triple X. It's there with porn. So
Walter
you know it's
says,
good.
okay, now I'm here. Good wrestling. Yay, Walter.
Yeah,
How
get
you
it away
doing,
from me.
Walter?
Put it over there.
I will. Stop being in my personal space. That's weird and creepy.
How is that great? I touched your fingertip.
Stop touching me. Stay in your own space. I will spray you. I have a spray bottle over here.
You don't even have your finger on
Yeah, you were so scared too. You're all twitching. Oh, don't spray me.
Well, last time I got it in the ear.
Almost. Didn't quite.
That spider in there would have came out.
Probably. I don't like the fakeness either. It's fakety fake fakes.
With fakeness.
With fake.
Super fake.
Walter says, okay, now I'm here. Good wrestling. And Chris says, Mania 17. Robbie says, D, it is stupid. John says, XXX. Walter says, I'm doing good. And Sophie says, what is everyone's favorite Mania match from the past 39 years?
I don't know. Hulk Hogan, King Kong Bundy was pretty awesome. That might be my favorite. It's the most sentimental to me. Because I thought Hulk Hogan had died weeks prior. And I cried.
Sophie says, minus HBK versus Taker 2. Walter says the Brawling Brutes will win. And Robbie says, is that Travis sleeping on the sofa tonight? And Walter says, Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar.
She doesn't let me sleep on the sofa. I try.
How about you sleep on the sofa?
It's bad for my back, though.
I just don't like to
Like, my back is normal.
I don't like to hear him complain about how uncomfortable
Then
he
I'm
is
like,
the next day, so that's why he gets told to not sleep on the sofa. Then he gets all angry and it's like, don't you start that lip with me. That's when I should spray you. I should just spray you. See how angry you can get from across the room.
Probably chase you. Like a Japanese buzzsaw. Whoa! Sheamus down off the top, lands on the blonde. 1, 2, and the blonde kicks out.
I don't know his name, so
Something
that is.
Prince.
That Prince guy.
The Prince of Pretty.
Oh, Sophie says Saudi Arabia might get Survivor Series this year. Walter says AEW Rampage at 10 later regular time.
That would be so cool if they got Survivor Series. And they did it like last year's Survivor Series. Because Saudi Arabia always delivers. Those shows are always good.
Right. Harley says my favorite WrestleMania would have to be WrestleMania 23 personally because I was blank. Chris says this is basically an NXT UK tag match. Robbie says this match is way too long. Walter says, okay, at 9:15 I'm going. I'll be here Monday for Raw. And Chris says Rampage is stacked tonight. With all the ROH
Shaby
people
kicked out.
champions. We heard it was people that were champions from other brands, not even AEW stuff. Sounds dumb to me.
Ring of Honor. Look at all the punches to the face.
He's so mad, too. It's like, how dare you? Oh, dumb. So says, do you think The Rock will show up tonight?
No.
What?
Why would The Rock show up on a weird
Why would
Friday
he do
night SmackDown?
Weird. I'm going to show up on a Friday night SmackDown. It's fine. Chris says, Rikishi tonight?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some of the older guys. Made them all get along and hug each other, hug it out.
John says, yes, he's next. Walter says, did you see Biden slipped at a college graduation ceremony? He's okay.
Did you watch the stuff that happened before he started talking?
And fell.
It's more comical than the stuff that happened afterwards. Because I kind of feel bad that he fell.
He followed a lot of people he shouldn't have. I think he just really wanted to sniff that girl's hair. Robbie says this blonde guy is just making up numbers. LOL. Robbie's like, The Rock is at home eating pizza watching the Gab. John Sparklet says Rock versus Coco Beware. Hey, no. No. No.
Why are you in my space?
Because your cat's up there. Fine. I'll just use this instead.
You don't spray me. He's scratching out. He's looking at it.
I know he is.
He's coming to get out.
Hi, Leopold. What are you doing, buddy? You a good boy?
Look at this, a triple. So Butch and Ridge just follow whatever Sheamus does now. That's kind of a thing.
That's kind of weird. I
their
don't
new
think
gimmick.
I like it. It's kind of weird. Something in my seat.
Was it a hair monster?
I don't know, but there was one that went under the chairs earlier. It was terrifying.
Picks him up. There he ends it. Oh, he didn't end it. He backs up so he get clotheslined over the top. Hilarious.
Sophie says The Rock has shown up on random episodes of SmackDown and Raw in the past 12 years. Walter says, yep, I saw. Hey, Leopold Cat, get out of trouble. Sophie says, what would be everyone's dream match for The Rock that would take place at a future Mania?
Look at this. Shenanigans.
None of it really.
It's not the legal man, but the referee doesn't know it.
Who's the legal man?
The guy with the brown hair.
Oh.
But now they tagged in legal anyways, so it doesn't matter. Oh! Spilt milk. Get Austin Theory in there.
Such a weird name.
Why would he want to just come in and get a pin? That's it. It's over. 1741 on that match. Damn. They must not have a lot planned tonight.
I guess not. How long was that?
1741, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 41. I should just round up. 1742.
Wasn't somebody asked us in here about having hair on their chests as wrestlers? That Pretty Deadly guy has hair on his chest. Pretty sure Drew McIntyre has hair on his chest, too.
Yeah.
When he wrestles.
Get it hairy. That's what I would say.
Sophie says there are reports that we could get more Mania roster call-ups after SummerSlam. And Robbie says, do you enjoy the match? Crying and laughing at himself. And Chris says, speaking of UK, Travis, there is a tag team in Impact called Subculture. They were in NXT UK. They have this one broad named Danny Luna in the group. She's hot as fuck. D might think she looks like Tegan Knox. John says, Sophie, you're between a rock and a hard place. And Robbie says, it was me that asked the other week, D. Well, not surprising that you would be the one curious about men's chest hair.
What was her name?
Danny Luna.
It's pretty funny.
Why is it funny?
Because I have a buddy that has the same name almost.
Kinda.
Really, really close to the same name.
Chris is like, no knees. And so he says Naomi is going to be wrestling for the Impact Knockout Championship at the next pay-per-view. Oh, that's fun. I guess.
Who is it? Trinity?
Yeah. That girl, Naomi. She goes by Naomi Fatu.
Jimmy. Jimmy's wife.
That's why he's so upset. Why would you do that? Yeah, what you should have done a long time ago. What you should have did, but you didn't did. I'm doing it. Doing it wild.
Doing it wild.
He's doing it the wild. Oh my goodness.
Poor Solo.
Oh no, poor Solo's the legal man. He's gonna get beat up
They
so
left
much.
their brother out there to dry.
Jerks.
Just hung him out there
They're
to
like,
dry.
we hate you so much, Solo. No. Rawr. Has the bloodline imploded? I don't know, have they?
The Usos won't be welcome here tonight. We're going to see the Uso penitentiary, I guarantee you.
That they're not going to be welcome. How dare they show up with their not welcomeness? Robbie's like, she looks nothing like Tegan Knox. Ah, ha, ha. Sophie's like, who do you think will induct John Cena into the Hall of Fame whenever he gets to go in? I have no idea, Sophie. Nor do I care who inducts John Cena into the Hall of Fame whenever it happens.
Nikki Bella. Dun, 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 dun.
That'd be hilarious and funny and mean at the same time.
Hey, it's Jason Big. I like him.
Yeah?
He's part of my young childhood, or oldest childhood. When I still thought I was a super child.
Your
but I was an
elder
adult.
years when you were like
College years.
still a child. Sophie's like reiterating Walter's comment about the Mr. Biden. And Robbie says, hello, that would be jokes. And John says, Willy Wonka will. Ooh! Willy Wonka is going to do it. I think it's more better, like Travis said, Nikki Bella. That'd be pretty hilarious.
You could have Brock do it.
Oh my God. Brock. That'd be weird.
Trying to think who his biggest rival was. Edge?
I don't know. I don't know who he
CM
rivaled
Punk.
with the most when he was younger.
You could have CM Punk do it. It'd be kind of weird, but it would work.
Right?
I mean, obviously, you don't need to put him in there for 5 or 6 more years anyway, so just wait and
Right.
let Punk retire and stuff and then do it when he's not a threat to join a wrestling company anymore.
Yeah. That'd work.
Lies.
Lies.
After he knocked this off there, like, there was a lot of these that were popped out. But it still works.
That's good.
We
What
thought
is it?
It's a computer.
Oh, that works? That's
Yeah.
good.
But this was unhooked, that was unhooked, that was unhooked, that was unhooked, that was unhooked, this was unhooked, that was unhooked. So I've been like, over the last week or so, I've been plugging it back in. It feels like they're all,
Oh, when he fell out on the ground?
yeah,
Oh, nice.
loosened it up a little bit.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when he decides that you're going to put it on the very edge of a table and he walks on it because it's a square. Cat. Let's see.
Soccer.
Robbie's like, no, Sophie, it's not interesting. Our truth will. Sophie says, will Batista never get inducted even though he was going to?
Yeah, he will.
Well, Walter says, Money in the Bank qualifying matches looking forward. Yeah, they're happening tonight. A man and a woman's match. Men and women happening tonight. John says Robbie can join him. Oompa Loompa doopity doo. And Sophie says, I could see Orton or Edge induct Cena since they both have history with him. Robbie says, John, it's a good job you're not drinking with Sophie's questions. And John says it's working. Robbie says, John, you already did with Sophie. Walter says, AEW Fight Forever looks cool. June 29th. I saw you can set the table on fire, and and lots of blood.
Yeah, there's all sorts of things. There's little bombs you can use. You can use a skateboard, it looks like.
Mm-hmm. You can ollie off people's faces with said skateboards. It's insane.
It looks fun.
He's got some shows. Go to those, Robbie. They're all there.
First, second, third, and fourth.
He's got them in different places. It's been accomplished multiple times. Don't even lie. 1,000 days.
Just let him
has
try.
never
It's
done it.
fine.
That's just funny. As if AEW pay-per-view didn't do that great pay-per-view buy-wise compared to the last AEW pay-per-view, which is surprising. And John says, 4 or 5 fireballs in. I was like, no, I will pass, D. You're going to pass it? You're going to go see The Undertaker? You're not a fan? I don't know. They're nowhere to be found tonight, supposedly. Lies. Oh, my.
Acknowledge your tribal chief.
Acknowledge him. Ooh, did he stab him in the back? I didn't
No
see
worse
a
than what
knife.
Sammy did.
But Sammy's not family. He's not family.
Oh, recap that for us again, could ya? That's what we need. More recaps.
Recapping.
AJ turned 46 today.
What?
AJ
Damn.
Styles. Yeah, he's an old man.
Jeez Louise. So he says we know we are getting Roman versus Solo at some point. Do we know that for sure, Sophie? I don't know if that's a really for sure thing. Rob says Corey was better on SmackDown than this Joker. And Walter says the Bloodline will break up, but respect to Roman Reigns 1,000 Days Champion. Sophie says, no wonder we are almost done with the first hour. John says, yeah, get your white panel van. Acknowledge that, Oompa. Robbie's like, AJ 46 is younger than D. Thanks, Robbie. Sure is. Especially when I'm like 84. So there you go.
Yeah, 84. It is his birthday. You're almost half of 100, homie.
Mm-hmm.
They want to rebrand him into a more motivated wrestler.
AJ?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? Who does?
Wrestling.
Oh my god. Are they retarded? Just leave him alone. He's fine.
He needs more of a mission.
Does he? Pretty sure he doesn't really give a shit. How much further does he have on his contract?
I don't know.
Robbie says, do you look well for 84? What's your secret? Dealing with asshole wipe asses like you, Robbie. Sophie says AJ doesn't look his age, and Walter says 48. I'm 48, but healthy. Eat right. That's the way to do it, Walter. Sophie says Hit Row versus the OC. Why? Because that's what they had started. Remember? They had a big fight. Robbie says Mia Yim seems to fit into this group. Does she, Robbie? It's good to know. I don't think so.
Reckoning.
Chris says I'll AJ kick out Mia Yim, but Good Bros hit a magic killer and Styles his phenomenal forearm to garbage Mia Yim. Walter says the OC for the win.
Who are they wrestling?
Supposedly Hit Row.
Oh, Lord.
I'm going to go kill myself. I might have to survive this.
That makes no sense.
Doesn't it?
I'm going to go kill myself so I can survive this.
Robbie says the crowd seemed to like D, and Sophie says
I don't know
Vince
what
is
happened.
out.
The science was so there.
Sophie says Vince is at both SmackDown or Raw, but remotely, and Robbie says, oh no, Hit Row. Yeah, no way.
Don't play yourself.
Guy's
Don't
so
play
weird.
Yeah, I don't know who that is, but he's a weirdo.
It's that DJ Khalid guy.
Never heard of him.
He likes to infiltrate himself on a lot of people's music, even though he is a nobody. Somehow. Chris says, hopefully we get to see some Taya Rack on Rampage tonight. Walter says, boo, hey, bro, bad rap. Sophie says, the Usos is banned from the celebration, but Jay didn't do anything. Yeah, but he is guilty by association, Sophie. That's how it works. What? Yeah, the dog jumps right there. He just goes up and he's like, do, and wee! John says, you guys need a shot, makes it better, right? Something. Robbie says, D, I like it when you hate on others with your sarcasm. Gee whiz. Sophie's like, Jay seemed like he didn't know how to feel. I'm sure he didn't, Sophie. He probably had no idea how to feel about anything. He probably went home all confused. He couldn't even talk to his wife about it because he doesn't have one. Sad, really.
I don't know if he has a wife or not.
I don't know either, but we're just assuming that he doesn't. John says, Chris, only you and Punk watch Rampage. Ugh.
Old Rampage. And they're keeping that shit?
Yes.
So they're going to have a Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday show?
Yes.
That's dumb.
Yes.
If anything, move Rampage to the third hour of Dynamite.
And have their access show on Friday nights. Chris says, Travis, do you like Swerve Strickland on AEW? I wouldn't mind if he beats Orange for the title, but he better squash Orange, because if it's a long match, it hurts Swerve.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I definitely want him to win
At this point, they've had too many long matches that he should figure out how to beat him and beat him quickly. Robbie says, Rampage on too late for me.
I feel ya.
Right? Ugh. Like after this, I'm like, I don't want to watch this crap anymore. So if it says, so Dynamite will be like Raw if they add a third hour of it. Yeah, that will. Totally.
If they ever decided to do that. I don't see it happening, but they could.
Hey, buddy. You're back? Oh, your feet are cold. Bye.
Hi, buddy. Smack.
Derp. Romans 1,000 days as champion. Brr. Oh, this guy.
Hit row. They're coming out. They're already in there. B-Fab.
They're like, we don't care if we
Ashante,
ever show your come
Top
down
Dollar.
to the ring. John says, Ravi, again, tie that girl in your van. What the bloody hell, Governor? And Ravi says, Dee, and you know me, I stay up to chat to you guys. I know you do. Just chat with us. Sophie says it'll be interesting when that Saturday AEW show does in the ratings. Yeah, it will. Be so interesting.
So they rang the bell without the referee saying ring the bell. The
That's
guy
weird.
on the outside just saw Adonis or whatever his name is hit him, and so he rang the bell. The
Never
referee wasn't
heard
even
that
looking.
before. Ref Jessica is stupid.
She's
What a
just not on
dumbass.
top of her job.
Like, what the fuck? Fire her.
Please.
Sophie says WWE got wrestling Monday, Tuesday, Friday, and sometimes Saturday. Yeah.
And Sunday. Sometimes.
Ha 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 ha. Oh my god.
And I think when that one show's on, the women's one, the WOW, I think they had that on Sundays. But I'm not
Probably.
100% sure. So hypothetically, you could do it all night long. Every night. 7 days a week.
Robbie says, so SummerSlam as it got better. Recently, the card needs better main events.
Well, we don't even know what any of the matches are, so...
Walter says, June 9th, new Transformers movie looks good. And Chris says, Ref Jess versus Aubrey, I quit match. John says, really, Sophie? Really? Fifth shot. Quentin says, is in the chat, by the way.
Quentin.
Hey, Quentin. Good to see you tonight.
Ooh.
Says AEW Fight Forever announced that they're making a Elite Edition featuring Matt Hardy and Broken Matt, FTR, the Bunny, FTR, Keith Lee, and Hookhausen.
Good.
Leopold, get out of there.
I don't know if Hook should be on there. But
Sophie says,
good.
do you know anyone that follows every wrestling promotion?
No.
Chris says, yep, wow, wrestling was sun at midnight. Robbie says, I'm talking about recently. It has not felt special. John says, you guys can do a wow stream.
Yeah. We would have saw Nikita Lyons on there. We would have saw, what's her name on there? AJ Lee. She's not a wrestler, but she was on ringside. We would have saw Tessa Blanchard, Santana Garrett. Some pretty good women.
Your cat's in air jail.
He's fine. He's like, I'm going to go to sleep now.
You little poop stain. Sophie's like, wow, I wonder how many people watch that weekly. What?
I said I'm going to call PETA.
Robbie says, I would rather sleep than watch a lot of wrestling. Exactly. Walter's like, Leopold is Superman. He's in air jail. You can't play with the blinds, sir. You have to leave him alone. He's so weird.
That is funny.
So he's like, I don't know which would be worse, watching Impact or that WoW show.
But you don't support women's wrestling?
Yeah.
Is that what it is? You hate
and
women?
the OC got the big old win over what's-their-faces.
2:59.96, so I'm going to say 3 minutes.
Robbie says, so SummerSlam, do you think it's lost its credibility?
What did?
SummerSlam.
I still think it's the second biggest. I mean, it's not second biggest to me because I like the Royal Rumble more than SummerSlam. Royal Rumble's my favorite. WrestleMania's up there. But SummerSlam,
Oh no, don't move.
Money in the Bank, and then this last Survivor Series I really enjoyed. Especially if they're going to do the double cage.
Bye. No.
Why are you so weird?
Sophie says, that was fast. John says, cat's in the air. We lucky just don't care. Travis made weird noises and the cat got scared. Walter says, yes, the OC one. You did. You inhaled all weird because you're going to yawn. Quentin says, hey, row. They lost. Sophie says, why can't they do SummerSlam like they do with Mania by having it 2 nights? How about no?
No.
How about no? How about no?
Next thing you know, they'll be all 2-night shows.
He's got double security because the Usos got their traveling revoked.
The Usos are going to show up with like Sammy and Kevin. Yeah, this is wrestling. The Usos are probably in the crowd right there.
They bought tickets. They came and bought tickets. They're just watching the show, eating their popcorn. Popcorn.
Ooh, something's happening because they're bringing out a carpet.
Oh, it's that Grayson Waller guy.
Ooh, his new show.
I think so.
The Waller effect.
His effect. It's happening. Sophie says, did you hear about arenas that rent to both AEW and WWE? They have an interesting contract. Robbie says, so will we see another women's pay-per-view or has that ship sailed? Well, let's put it this way. They better not or they might really, really, really ruin their women's division. Because it was bad the first time. I don't know if they could even make it good at this point.
What was it?
What? A women's pay-per-view.
Yeah, it'd be really hard to do without putting your top girls against it. You'd have to have like Charlotte, Becky. And people already got sick of that. You'd have to have Esther versus Rhea.
Mm-hmm.
Asuka versus what's her name? The Io Sky.
Yep.
Would work. You'd have to bring in old rivalries. Ronda and Shayna would have to wrestle Rack Rod and whoever else.
Yep.
Or maybe even more. You might make that like a 4-way, fatal 4-way type thing. Like they just won.
True.
You'd have to bring in Lita and Trish. They're already kind of around. Maybe some more legends. Who else would you put in there?
I don't know.
Maybe bring in a Tessa Blanchard for that, just for one show.
Maybe. I don't know. Walter says the Grayson show next. Okay. Robbie says LOD with burp. John says that's all AEW gear. LOL. Robbie says Nikki Bella versus Ronda was so shit. And Walter says Daphne, say excuse me when you burp. No. Quentin says Burger King is making a burger that's based on Across the Spider-Verse. It's a burger with red buns.
Nice.
It's creepy and weird. Chris says, who is more crazier in their promos, Rowdy Piper or Macho Man?
Probably Macho Man. A little bit.
Piper.
A little bit louder. But did you know he talked like that in real life?
Macho Man?
Yeah, he didn't. That wasn't a fake thing. Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Like, he really was.
Oh, my God. That would drive me insane.
Snap into a Slim Jim. That's how he talked. That was his real voice. Like, you can watch any interview with him. That's how he talked.
That's terrible. Sophie says arenas that rent out to both WWE and AEW put a clause in there that AEW can't run the same arena within the same amount of time as a WWE show. Okay. John says, Sophie, you're up. Shot time. Yeah, John, you better hurry up so you can get alcohol poisoning for the end of the night. Robbie says, was Rick Rude successful in his day?
Oh, yeah, I liked Rick Rude. Really great matches in the 80s, too. Very, very good. Pretty sure he killed himself because he had to cut his penis off.
Who?
Rick Rude.
Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm.
Why did he have to cut his pee-pee off?
He had penis cancer.
Oh, no.
And then he went to the doctor, diagnosed with it. They were going to, they had to amputate. They didn't do it that day, but he got scheduled. And then he overdosed on drugs. But it's an accidental overdose.
Oh.
So there's no suicide.
Right.
But I'm pretty sure
It was.
Hey.
They're like, cover that shit up. They need to have their insurance claims. Bitches. Chris says, who do you think is better at suing Vince McMahon, Jesse Ventura or Sable?
Sable.
Robbie says
Sable
Mark
Sable sued him
He sued
and
him?
then came back to work for him.
That bitch.
Then she sued him again.
Oh my God.
And her husband works for him, and he's their highest paid wrestler.
Could you imagine?
Think about that.
Could you imagine
So Sable's way better at it.
that you sue a company and then come work for them
Mm-hmm.
and then sue them again? Did she win the second or the first lawsuit?
I don't know if she won either one of them. I think they settled. But either way, she got paid.
Either way, the second one should have never even been settled. Because it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. No. Well, they should have never hired
They're like,
her
hey,
in the
they'll
first
never
place.
hire you. That's what her husband said, Mark. And she's like, I already got the job.
Yeah.
And she asked. And he's like, oh, no, there's no way he'd hire you. She's like, well, they already offered it to me.
Because she's crazy.
Because she's Sable.
Sophie says the AEW video game looks good. I could see video gamers loving to play it. Quentin says, did you hear about Moose's Impact contract is going to end?
Here comes Asuka.
No. I didn't know anything about it.
What was that?
Moose's Impact contract is going to end.
Huh, I thought he just signed one. Because I know he was a free agent before. And I was like, he's a legit dude. Like, he should be able to wrestle on WWE, NXT, AEW, and be a top guy in any one of those companies.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen him before, I think. Big Moose.
I think so.
Yeah.
So it says, when do you think we will see Grayson actually wrestle in the ring on WWE TV? Maybe tonight. Robbie says, so Sunny, she's still in prison?
I'm assuming so. She's probably going to spend the rest of her adulthood there.
Vindicator says, Priest versus Seth should be good, but it's not fresh and certainly predictable. John says, you watch Dark Side of the Ring, it's good. Vindicator says, Asuka on a talk show. Whose crackpot idea was that? She's got to practice her English somehow then.
She's not going to talk. She's just pointing at screens.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she won fair and square, didn't she?
She thought she did. So he says now the WWE is looking to hire a lot of new writers. Chris says Sunny Dark Side of the Ring show. Robbie says Asuka, she looks like supply teacher, lol. And Sophie says, out of WWE and AEW, where would Moose fit in if he is going to be a free agent?
He'd fit in anywhere. Like I said, he's a top guy if you bring him into a company. I truly believe that. So Impact would be dumb to let him go if they have any sort of chance at signing him. Oh, that's right. She kind of rubs it on her hand.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She stuck it in her eyes.
But did she? Or did she just happen to have it on her fingers?
She had it on her fingers, and then she just found a foothold with her fingers.
Right, she was trying to hold on to something.
Face.
If what's her name would have had bigger boobs, she'd have grabbed a boob maybe.
Probably.
But she grabbed a face. Not that she has a big face, but it was just there.
Chris says Curry should come back full circle and face Asuka at SummerSlam. Sophie says, I know the WWE was interested in Moose over the years. Robbie says, as to hold that L, you nincompoop.
I would have to look up how old he is. But if he's older, if he's 35 plus, it makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Go get that big payday.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sign a 3-year if you can get away with it.
Right.
And then make sure you do well. And then sign the 5-year after that. And you got 8 years. Takes you to your 43, 44, 45, whatever it is.
True. Vindicator says Moose would probably be treated the same as Karrion and Strowman in WWE.
Is he not good at on the mic? That's one thing I haven't noticed. I've never actually heard his interview skills. But that's their problems. Is they're not great on the mic.
No real direction, just another body out there to bang around with people. Quentin says Moose was a football player. Walter says, okay, bye guys, see you Monday for Raw. Asuka speak English. Walter. English is her second language.
I'm with him. That's funny.
That's so true. I don't know what's happening.
Well, it
but
was
great.
super true. Because all she did was cry. She pulled a lib.
Anyways, thanks for hanging out with us tonight, Walter. Have a good weekend. We'll see you on Monday.
Look at Asuka's mouth.
Is it blue?
Oh, yeah.
God.
It's just dripping blue. Who's this?
It's her favorite person. Just kidding.
Oh, it's Io. Hey, that's funny. I just said that needs to be a feud.
Well, they have to talk to each other somehow. Robbie's like, no English tonight, D. Yeah. That looks disgusting.
Why does she get title fights again?
I don't know.
She lost to Esther. Now she gets another one?
Yep.
That's horse shit.
Sophie says Tony Khan keeps hinting that AEW could be having its own streaming service. Vindicator says Asuka is disgusting. Get her off my TV. Change the channel now. Sophie says, oh, Io versus Asuka. I thought they were saving that until SummerSlam. Robbie's like, the Japanese seems cool, more harsher. John says Moose is 39. They won't sign him. Ooh, he's an old man.
Yeah, he'd need to go for that full 5-year deal. He could still get it. Look, AJ Styles just signed not too long ago, and he's 30 or 46.
Oh, God. Chris is like, Io wants Asuka. Kings County versus everybody in the chat says, Io, I'm Japanese, bitch. Sky.
She don't look bad in black.
Well. Yeah, a member. Oh no, somebody else is interrupting now.
I swear to God, I only know like one of these songs so far. Oh,
Shotzi. Hard. Ooh, she's got the cold hard still. Ravi says Bailey winning the briefcase. Sophie says interesting Bailey and Io didn't come out together. They're
Shotzi,
still kind of together.
Shotzi,
but...
you're terrible. Like, let's not pretend that you're even remotely good.
Oh, who's this one? Oh,
Lacey.
it's Lacey Evans. She has her
what
Mountie
the fuck
hat.
is she wearing? Just nothing, I guess. Just covering the VJJ and the boobies.
Oh, Lord. Sophie says, interesting, Bailey and Io didn't come out together. This segment went downhill fast. Robbie says, Lacey deserves a slap with a wet fish.
She's like Sergeant Slaughter,
Right?
but with tits and ass.
Let's just...
Lacey,
walk out the door.
It's not working, and
This is dumb. I hate it.
I love you as a person, but come on.
I know, right? Oh, who interrupted her? Oh, it's Zelina.
They're having a match.
They're having a feud later. Now that's how you wear lingerie.
Yes.
And cover up boobies and vajayjays. That's how you do it right. Right there.
I don't even know what her wants her right leg. It's just cut all the way down to the knee. What the fuck is she wearing?
It's tied up there.
What is that on the side? Like a purse?
Like a gun holster?
Yeah. Why would your shoes make you? Oh my God, her ass is out. Zelina Vega's butt's just out.
What?
Nothing wrong with it. But.
Can we just watch her? Let's just watch her. At least she can talk too.
Oh yeah, she's legit.
She may be tiny. She's not the bestest wrestler, but...
You're an idiot. You're a bigger idiot. Poor Grayson.
Why? He should be ecstatic.
I
There's a
just
whole
get
bunch
out
of
there
women
and try to break it up.
Just be like, touch their boobs and stuff. Like,
You gotta break it
I'm
up.
so sorry.
Break it up. Asuka left.
She left. She just disappeared. Yeah, nobody's ready for the Oscars.
Oh, Bianca is.
Bianca's ready. She got you. She found you.
There was a lot of women in this segment. You know what? They're like, hey, let's get the women's out of the way. So let's get them all out there right now.
Right. Then
We'll
clean
have them
up
brawl.
your stuff
Then we'll clean it up.
and
We'll
put
let
Lacey
the
and
match.
Zelina in there and then
then
be
just
done for the rest
get
of
it
the
all
night.
over
Never
with.
again.
Bianca's ass is hanging out too.
Yes, it is. Better be careful because the more she runs
God.
around, the more her ass starts hanging out.
Oh boy, it's
He's
like,
like, I got her ass!
I got it! I got it! Oh God. She's like, I've got a wedgie now. He's like, well, I was trying to pull you back by your hips. I didn't want to grab anything else.
Jesus.
July 1st, Money in the Bank from London.
Sophie's like, Lacey Evans, didn't they do this gimmick before with her? Yes. It's the same thing. Ever since she's come back, this is her thing, the military stuff, and it's not working. They need to stop.
I mean, if they're going to go the Sergeant Slaughter route, they need to push it. Remember, Sergeant Slaughter wrestled Hulk Hogan for the World Championship. They need to push her all the way to championship.
Yep.
Give her a belt.
Yep.
If you're going to do it, copy it all the way. Give it to her. The crowd will hate it the whole time.
Yep. And she's going to be a bad guy the whole
Yeah,
time.
she has to work with the Middle Easterns or whoever's the bad guys now. The Russians, I guess.
Yeah.
They need a Russian
Gunther,
character.
the Germans.
They need a Russian character that comes in and tears shit up, and then they work together. At the time that was happening, I can't remember. I think he did work with the Russian too, Nikolai Volkov. But I'm pretty sure it was the general, the Saudi Arabian general at the time.
Oh, King's County was all about Queen Zelina. Bryce says, got to go. See you guys later. Bye. Peace out. Bye, Bryce.
Bye-bye.
John says, looks like she's wearing a nut helmet. And Chris says, Zelina. And Robbie says, how the F is Zelina winning the briefcase? She can't even reach on a ladder.
She'll have to get that big, giant ladder.
She can get the tallest
From the
ladder
big
of them
show.
all. It's fine. Film says, alrighty, are we getting a women's match tonight? Yep, there's a women's qualifying women Money in the Bank match tonight between Zelina and Lacey Evans.
Remember, women don't usually win the Money in the Bank ladder match. It's usually a dude.
It's true.
And then they give it to the women afterwards.
Yeah. This is Sophie says, we get it. Zelina's short. That has been a running joke with her for years. Film says, and you know what that means. And Chris says, Lacey laughing. Dude Man in the chat. Hey, Dude Man says,
Hey,
this
Dude
is
Man.
excruciatingly long.
The women's segment?
The women's
Holy crap,
segment.
it's only been 1 hour.
Or Grayson Waller's
The whole
thing.
show.
I know.
There's been 5 segments.
I know.
And we're only 1 hour. I thought we were at the end.
Nope.
I was waiting for the main event to start.
Nope. Nope, we got a lot of time left. Film says, hello, Misty and Travis. Big hugs, big heart to you guys. Hey, Film, good to see you tonight. Chris says, Shotzi rack. And Sophie says, we still have the Roman segment, which could be longer than this. And Film says, let's go, Queen EST. You show her who's boss. Chris says, where is Dewdrop, damn it? I think she's still having some health issues, man. Vindicator says, so I changed back to Let Down, only to see a tired old gimmick of various women going out to beg for a title shot. Never goes well. Should have just gone straight into Lacey versus Zelina. Well, we got to see Zelina come out. I'm not sure if that's what she's wearing to wrestle in tonight.
I bet she is.
If so, we got to get a sneak peek of her wrestling outfit. King says she changed her name to Piper Niven.
Yeah, it's Piper.
Yeah, she went back to Piper. Film says, oh, James Bond effect going on WWE. Okay, cool. Ever blesses in the chat. Hey, Ever blesses. Well, we need Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso. But Jimmy's the one that attacked him.
Yeah, they think they need to go the Jimmy route first. And then Jey will get upset because it's his brother. And then that stuff will happen.
It's like, how dare you beat up my brother? Sophie says, Lacey Evans, every time they put her in a gimmick, they end up dropping it after a while. Robbie says, Lazy Evans, just stop with this hard gimmick. You're just soft like toilet paper. She needs to just go back to being
the Southern Belle,
where she was just a bitch, and it worked so good for her.
Oh, bless her heart.
Oh, bless her heart, which could mean both things. It's funny how they show her before, like when she's working out and stuff, and she has like a really pretty face, and then she puts her makeup on, and you're like,
I know, she fucks herself. I don't understand it. Just be pretty. I like the white outfit, by the way.
It's like, I don't like it. Why do you have to do that to your face hole? No, don't do it. No. Chris says, well, Gunther did have a girlfriend. Her name was Ginny. She wrestled in NXT UK but retired. She could be good foreign heel. She kind of looked like Deonna Purrazzo.
Jenny from the Block.
Jenny from the Block. Sophie says there's an interesting stat with the women's Money in the Bank winner. They have a 100% success rate. Everblast message retracted. And Quentin says Lacey's the women's version of Sergeant Slaughter. She is tonight. Sophie says that like Grayson Waller segment seemed like it was going to go somewhere. Yeah, Grayson should have went out there and tried to like break it up and touch people. It would have been hilarious. Vindicator says Zelina has wrestled in that outfit twice before, I believe. Of course, I don't mind it. That's right, Vin. And that's why we're not saying anything about it. It's Lady Kinsey in the chat. Hey, Lady Kinsey, good to see you tonight. Says I haven't seen Jason Jordan in a while. He's a part of security. Oh, no. Everblast says, I am on SmackDown. Robbie says, Lacey Evans, just go to AEW if you want to be a douche. And Sophie says, wonder how long Baron Corbin will be part of NXT. And Vindicator says, Rhea uses that makeup because she is a fan of gothic music and mythology. Oops. You okay? Almost fall?
Start the match, guys.
Chris says these damn female wrestlers naming themselves after legends like Piper Niven. Bailey doing Macho Man elbow drop. Fucking Mercedes always fangirl over Eddie Guerrero. Yeah, those bitches.
Look at this. Lacey taking it right to her. Oh, she's tying her hair up.
Oh, no. She's
which always works.
Southern Belle stuff again.
Oh, then she salutes.
She's saluting to everybody, which is weird. Everbless is like, I saw Rikishi backstage earlier. Good for you.
It's funny because Lacey is very talented.
She is.
But her character is so bad that it's not even worth watching. See it. But yeah.
Film says it's Aaron Patan, love me Lacey Evans and Zelina. And Chris says there should be a rule. You fangirl over a legend, you have to give them blowjob. Half the fuckers are dead. That's nasty. Rob is like, 90-second match. Film's like, let's go. Lady Kinsey says I'm going to WWE Smackdown on Friday, June 16th with my nephew,
Hell yeah.
Ethan. My dad bought the tickets for us the other night.
That is so cool.
That's freaking fantastic. Well, I hope you have a lot of fun.
Vega with the offense. Got her pinned.
Sophie says, Lacey Evans, she had promised for a minute, then it dropped with that Ric Flair storyline that they dropped because of Lacey's pregnancy.
Yep.
And she, I don't think that her promise dropped because of the Ric Flair storyline. They could have continued that after she came back.
But they just didn't go that route.
But they didn't for some reason, and it was weird. Vindicator says, I think Lacey other military gear is better than this one. This looks more like dominatrix type of stuff.
Yeah, this is weird. But she's very talented. I mean, obviously we're watching her work, and she's good at it.
Robbie's like, I blame the writers. Lady Kinsey says it's at Rupp Arena in Lexington, Kentucky. Oh, cool. Sophie says, I don't think I have seen a SmackDown live. And Chris says Lacey looks pretty with her hairstyle tonight.
Yeah.
And her rack looks nice.
There's nothing wrong with her body and her looks. It's just the character.
It's the character stuff they've done with her. It's so awkward. Everbless says, I asked if he's going to return to the ring tonight. He said yes. Yeah, Rikishi's going to go out there and hang out, huh? That's cool. Going to give all of them spankings.
His big butt. Give him stink face.
Give him the stink face. Robbie
that was really his move. The stank face.
Yes.
Stank.
Robbie says, yeah, Lacey Evans, very talented in so many ways. So he says Lacey would have won the women's championship if she didn't end up pregnant.
Fact. I really believe
she
that.
Should have. And when she came back, they should have pushed her back in that direction and just kept her as the Southern Belle, telling people, did you miss me? And
That's
shit
it.
like that.
It's over. Zelina just won it.
Yep.
2:50. 2 minutes and 50 seconds.
Chris says Zelina sells so good.
Zelina with no offense wins the match.
Yep.
She had
fruit roll up.
Yeah. Basic. Well, that's her finisher, so it's a fruit roll. She actually rides him over.
So he says, wow, that isn't a shocker. I was like, lazy bodied by Zelina. What about that? John says, ever blessed, I must be drunk because you're high. Vindicator says, and that's not good, having Zelina using Roxanne Perez finisher. It's like they still don't respect her character even after Puerto Rico. That's her move, Vin. She's been doing it forever. Phil says, all right, she won. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. So it says they have been pushing Zelina for months while Lacey has been in catering. Everbless says, I asked if he's going to be the next challenger. He said he might be. Ooh. Old ass Rikishi coming out to give Roman Reigns the spanking of a lifetime, huh? That's nice. John's like, hi. Kings County says Queen Zelina Vega wins. And Chris says LA Knight time up next. Might be.
It's going to be good. Now, both of those two are excellent. Who's going to win it?
I don't know. It's going to be weird.
I think LA Knight is going to win it. And not only is he going to win it, but he's going to win the whole damn thing.
Now, the question of it is like the people who lost, are they going to get a chance to get in it again? Like they normally do?
Possibly. There's only so many wrestlers. Although what Triple H has done is he's brought the middle, more talent to the middle. Where Vince had
right,
the top and then the bottom.
the making of the Flamin' Hot Cheeto.
Yeah.
Silly.
Great shit.
Chris is like, yeah. Sophie says, I feel like Montez Ford will make the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, but not in the ladder match.
He still could. Sometimes they do a losers go forward match.
Mm-hmm.
But it should be a tag team match if they're going to be on the card.
Right. It's true. Chris says, I won't acknowledge Roman until he breaks Punk's 434-day WWE title record. Damn it, he's closing in fuck you, WWE, for erasing history.
Yeah.
So, is that the black one? Or the one that's on SmackDown?
It would be the black title.
Okay. Everbless says we need Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. Sophie says, imagine the Pop LA Knight is going to get in London for Money in the Bank.
Who? What? Who's going to get it? I just need the name. If you can just say that.
The Pop LA Knight.
LA Knight. Yeah. Should be a good one, especially if he wins it. But he's got to win tonight first.
Yeah. Do it, bitches. Chris says, yes, the black one is the WWE title. Thank you.
Yeah, it's Brock's. Or was Brock's. Which was Big East before that. Bobby Lashley's before that. Miz's before that. Drew McIntyre before that. Brock Lesnar before that.
Chris says, I also can't wait to hear Gunther pop and crowd cheer him in UK at Money in the Bank. You know what, Chris? According to Ravi, nobody likes him and nobody knows who he is. So he's going to say that it'll be crickets in the crowd. So he says, Cody versus Brock 3, do you see it happening at Money in the Bank or SummerSlam?
Probably Money in the Bank would be my guess on that one. I think they'll push it closer. But they could definitely do it at SummerSlam.
Ravi says, so if Zelina wins the briefcase, what happens next?
She cashes in on Asuka and becomes new champion. But that's not going to happen. I don't see her ever as a champion. Like her, though. I want her to be. But it won't happen.
Right. Excuse me. Everblast says, do you know Wrestling Days?
I've heard of it. Is that where you're from? Is that where you came over from?
John says, do you know the Muffin Man? Do you?
Do you know the Muffin Man?
Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man? The Muffin Man. Who lives on Drury Lane? Yes, the Muffin Man.
Yeah, I know the Muffin Man. Run, run, run. Get it, Zelina.
Not the gumdrop buttons. Not the gumdrop buttons. Run, 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 little gingerbread man.
Shrek. Nothing better.
Rob is like, why do you always assume the worst in me? Okay.
Here it comes.
I don't know. John's like, Ravi, are you Lord Farquaad? Chris says, wow, Ravi, literally everyone knows Gunther's Progress Wrestling, WXW. Those are literally top UK wrestling companies, and Gunther, a.k.a. Walter, is a legend in UK. Chris, no. Ravi says he's stupid and that nobody ever watched NXT UK and nobody knows who he is. He says it all the time. So
He said it's washed, fam.
It's washed, fam. Wonder how long Asuka will keep her championship since the WWE normally doesn't let her keep the championship that long, Sophie says.
Her one title run
Except
was
for
long.
the title reign of almost 2 years during the pandemic era. But, you know, we don't count that, right?
It wasn't 2 years. Dear Lord.
It felt like it.
Well, maybe.
Because they didn't do anything good with it. They screwed her over. Everblessed says, Zoe Stark theme is a cool song, helps me calm down. And Ravi says, but it's true, NXT UK wasn't popular in the UK. Sophie says, so they are using free agents for this Money in the Bank qualifying matches, like with Santos versus Ali next week.
Yeah, why not?
I guess. I didn't even know that they were going to do a Santos and Ali one. Weird.
Hopefully Santos wins, because...
Hey, you should show our big thing. Montez Ford is out there. Red Solo Cup. We should fill it up. Go Montez Ford. Just kidding. I don't know. I think LA Knight should win it. He's a singles wrestler. Do you guys like our ginormous Solo Cup?
Only $5 for your keg.
It was $2.50.
No, the drink.
Oh,
$5
only
per cup.
$5 to fill it up. Ah, that's funny.
Got my red Solo cup.
Vindicator says, geez, what the heck is this company about? So Ali appears on NXT, but still gets a qualifying match for Money in the Bank. Definitely confirms the draft meant absolutely nothing.
Nathan.
Ravi says NXT UK wasn't even shown in the UK. Everblessed says, could you imagine NXT versus AEW?
I think we saw that every Wednesday.
I can't imagine it ever. I just can't. Oh yeah, that happened Wednesday night in the main event. Sophie says, it seems like sometimes the WWE forgot that they just had a draft. Vindicator says, I have a bad feeling Money in the Bank will be a repeat of last year where a guy who is not even supposed to be in the match ends up winning just like Theory did.
It happens. Remember when Otis won it and they gave it to The Miz? Otis couldn't climb a ladder. They had the rungs break when he tried to climb it.
Yep. And they got it off there, and it flew across the thing, and he caught it. Where I was like, you do like your drinks big. Sophie says NXT Europe is supposed to start sometime this year. Robbie's like, LA Knight winning.
Nope, they do one in Japan, too.
Chris says, okay, NXT UK is not popular, Robbie. I was talking about other independent wrestling companies. Everblood says Zoe Stark is all elite. Imagine. Well, Zoe Stark is on WWE, so all elite's not going to happen. So it's like, remember when Brock won Money in the Bank where Ali almost won? Oh my God.
Is that the one where he had the ghetto blaster?
John, you better be taking all these shots.
And he put the holes in it and put speakers in it.
Right.
He carried it around on his shoulders.
John, do we need to call an ambulance for you?
The old ambulance.
The ambulance for you. You're going to get alcohol poisoning at this rate.
Up, over, Ford lands on his feet.
Okay,
LA goes after him.
Yeah, don't shout at people. John's like, 7 in. Phil's like, gotta go. My phone's about to die. Bye. Peace out. See you guys next live stream. Love you all. Bye. Bye, Phil. Have a good weekend. You be good. Take care.
Some good shit.
See you on Monday. Chris says Brock did win Money in the Bank. He had a Brock party. A Brock party. John says I'm good. Well, good to know. Sophie says there's a joke that Roman could somehow be involved with the Money in the Bank ladder match.
Because Solo wins.
Vindicator says, Travis, what you know about them ghetto blasters, LOL. Did you used to have one?
Sure did. Carried it around with me everywhere. With my pants with the holes in the legs.
Oh, God. Robbie says, D, having a great weekend already. Everbless says, WWE needs to hurry up with the 1,000-day celebration. Yeah, how dare they have actual matches on a wrestling show. Goddamn bastards.
Dick move.
Unbelievable.
Got about 35 minutes left of the show.
Unbelievable shit.
Without belief.
Without beliefs. Without the beliefs.
Old skin tags.
Yeah, skin tags. Get them removed. One take. Robbie's like, I had a Panasonic Ghetto Blaster.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you the name brands of mine. I just remember mine was gray. It was big.
John says, did you carry cardboard boxes around and breakdance?
No cardboard boxes, but I did have VHS tapes on how to breakdance.
Sophie says,
you do the sixth step
in the old days of the Money in the Bank, they usually like to wait a long time before cashing in. Yeah, most of the time they wait. The women's usually don't, though. The women's usually always win it, and literally within a month it's gone.
What? They usually cash it in that night.
True.
I think there's only been one girl that hasn't. And I don't even know who that is.
That's what I said. Usually within a month it's gone. Like, I don't think they've ever had somebody win Money in the Bank and kept it longer than a month.
I'm wondering if anybody's ever kept it longer than that night. For some reason, I thought there was one. And it would have been, obviously, what's her name? Yeah, it had to have been Carmella. And the reason I say that is because they had to redo it because of the outrage.
Oh, I see.
Because the dude won it.
Yeah.
And so they redid it on Tuesday, which is when SmackDown was on at that day.
Uh-huh.
And they redid it, and she won it anyways again. But I don't know if she cashed in that Tuesday. So she probably kept it for a little bit longer.
Right.
Food fight to the death.
What?
We the food.
Unfairly banned. Creepy.
Gluten.
Everblast says, imagine Logan Paul versus Shane McMahon. Robbie says, people assume that I can dance if out a dance. Yeah? Chris says, LOL, Roman sends Solo to win Money in the Bank, and he hands it over to Roman, cashes in on himself and Rollins in a match only to inadvertently costing himself all 3 titles. Solo gets the victory.
Funny.
Seth waited till Mania. Corbin waited a couple of months and lost. Damian Sandow waited and lost. Yeah, I'm not talking about the men's. I'm talking about the women's one. So he says, when do you think AEW will do a 2-day WrestleMania type of event? Hopefully never.
I was going to say at WrestleMania, but she said AEW.
Yeah.
Hopefully never. I don't want to see that. They could do All In one night and All Out the next. That'd be kind of fun.
Everblast says, do you see me behind Michael Cole? Oh my God, are you behind Michael Cole? Are you stalking him? You like right behind him?
Dun, 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 dun.
They
I saw a
never
blonde
really
girl back
show
there.
behind that. Robbie says, so this ref doing the full episode of SmackDown? I guess. Ref Jessica's the only one around tonight.
Well, there hasn't been many matches.
Sophie says about Edge. He held on to it for 9 months before cashing it in.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah.
That was
He's
a long
still
time
not
ago.
a woman, but okay.
Yeah, we're talking about just the
Just
dames.
the women's.
Just
Don't
the
care
dames.
about the men's. A lot of them hold on to it for quite a long time. I'm talking about just the women's division. Money in the Bank
Ford.
winners.
Standing moonsault.
John says, liquor not helping Sophie. Blazing up next time.
Drops him down, neck breaker.
Oh no, there it is. Is it over? No,
LA
it's
Knight almost
not.
had him. He thought he could beat a Ford with a neck breaker.
Everblast was like, imagine Retribution return.
Yeah, well, we just had Reckoning out there. It'd be cool.
Chris says, yeah, the women don't wait, baby. That's what we're saying. Like, who was the woman who waited the longest to cash in with their Money in the Bank briefcase?
Carmella. And she was the first ever champion. The first ever to do it. It's not been around very long.
No,
the
it hasn't.
women's. Just a few years, maybe 5. Oh, God.
Oh, no. Poor LA Knight.
Oh, my God. That was the most unathletic move ever.
By Montez Ford?
No.
Oh, LA Knight? Oh,
I thought he
no.
was going to break his neck. That's a Brock Lesnar mess up.
Ooh, don't do that.
Holy crap.
Everblast is like, where's Slapjack?
To be honest, I don't know who he was in NXT. But yeah, he's the only one that's really missing. You got Marseille. But they could just use the other guy that's with Marseille in that modeling group.
Mm-hmm.
He could be,
Mansoor.
yeah, he could be that guy.
Robbie says Carmella was a great champ. Sophie says the women don't want either they cashed in that night like Liv or Bailey or that week like Carmella. Robbie says, why is this ref so slow to react? It's ref Jessica.
She's terrible.
She's just not very good.
She's the worst referee that in the history of the sport.
Mm-hmm. Vindicator's like, LOL, that moonsault from Knight looked like it was in slow motion. It wasn't even a replay.
He almost didn't make it over. I thought he was going to land on his neck.
He's like, I took a nap earlier and I'm not quite myself yet. John says if Knight loses, they're not pushing him farther.
No, he's not going to lose, though. Unless they want to give him one more loss and then they put him in the competition to make the last spot.
Yeah. Everblast says, we need Roman Reigns versus Omos dream match.
Condolence round or whatever the hell they call that
Right.
shit.
Sophie says the women winning Money in the Bank is like Netflix where they drop every episode at once.
Yeah. Ford, here it comes. 5-star. It's over.
Whee! Oh,
Nobody's
no,
there.
somebody wasn't there. Whee!
Kicks him. Trying to go for his finisher. Rolls him up. 1, 2.
Oh.
Nope. He did it. He would have done it anyways, but he did grab the ropes. Good for him.
Oh, no.
9 minutes, 14 seconds.
Robbie says double clothesline and she just moves 20 seconds later. Robbie says, I told you LA Knight was going to win. Sophie says there has been men that cashed in on the same night that they won Money in the Bank, like Kane and Ambrose.
Yeah, it happens.
Nobody said they didn't. Sophie, we don't care. I don't care about the men's Money in the Bank. Chris says LA Knight wins. Yeah. Vindicator says
LA Knight got a ladder.
Vindicator says never realized Knight was so much wider than Ford.
Yeah, he's
Maybe
a big
Ford
dude.
is slimmer than he used to be, but anyways, hopefully Ford faces Knight for a title someday.
Good.
Overblast is like, did you know Tony Khan is my dad? Nope. Robin's like, you should care, D. John's like, unless you drink, Everblast, you drinking? Harley's like, damn, I wanted Montez 421. Yeah, it didn't happen. He didn't win.
Did not win.
And he kind of shouldn't, really, because
He's a tag guy.
a tag man, not a singles man.
Why did it just say Luna?
Huh?
Is this Bray Wyatt stuff?
I don't know.
It's Harry Potter, isn't
Yeah,
it?
Harry Potter stuff. Witches. Spell your doom.
Oh, it's these bros.
Oh, it's these weirdos. Okay, and
The whole union is here.
The unholy union.
Oh, the unholy union.
The unholy.
Oh, Triple H is coming out. He's going to bring out that new belt, I bet.
Everbless says, "You don't believe me? You don't believe me?" I don't think Tony Khan can have children. Sophie says it'll be interesting which Money in the Bank ladder match will close the pay-per-view every year. They switched which ladder match opens and closes the show. Robbie says, "I'm glad Montez lost Wally." Sophie says, "What the heck? I'm watching." And King's Country's like, "Triple H." Sophie's like, "This makes sense." Chris says, "Sexy Isla and Alba Fire promo, or this would be cool if they teamed with Bray." And John says, "Triple H spotlight time." Vindicare says, "I like Isla and Alba, but they are still holding the NXT tag titles for some ridiculous reason." Well, they're dumb. Sophie says, "I meant that Harry Potter type stuff. It was just a promo vignette spot for Isla,
Yeah, they kept
Dawn,
saying
and Alba Fire."
Luna, and then they said another name, too. It was Harry Potter.
Rubius.
Oh, Rubius. Yeah, Haggard.
Hagrid.
And I was like, whoa, it's Harry Potter. But it wasn't.
Piccola says, "No chance. That's what you got." Ooh, Piccola, really? Good to see you tonight. What's up? Man, mid-afternoon naps are the best.
Up next, Roman Reigns. 1,000 days celebrate.
Depends on what they are. Oh, crap. He's here live next. Roman Reigns stuff.
Got 25 more minutes.
Oh my God, stop looking at the clock. It's going to drive me crazy.
Give you a shot of.
I just want to go to sleep.
That's
Everblast
speed.
says Bryan Danielson theme could help a lot of people. Yeah. Sophie says Shawn Michaels said that the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships will still be defended on NXT. Well, good. They should lose them on NXT as well and go away from it.
Yeah. Why wouldn't they?
I don't know.
Anyways, we got a commercial, but Triple H is already out there. I was hoping they would bring out a new belt, but I didn't see one.
Robbie says, "D, yawning, SmackDown is not interesting." And Harley's like, "Everybody have a wonderful weekend. You too, Harley. Have fun. Stay safe. We'll hopefully see you on Monday." Yeah, say it one more time.
Sorry, can you say
The
that one more time?
uprising. No, not the uprising. No.
Yes, the uprising.
Not the uprising. Chris says, "But that promo was kind of like Bray Wyatt style." Yeah, I guess.
Was that show called American Born Chinese?
I did not see anything of that. I wasn't even looking at the TV, so I couldn't help you. I saw the moving and stuff, and then I looked down and read a comment.
Yeah, it said American Born Chinese. Whatever that is.
Yeah, whatever it is.
I'm American born in English,
Okay.
Irish, Congan.
Right?
Where else am I from? Oh, here. Indian.
Everboss says, "It's my work song." Pico's like, "You too, Harley, be well." So he says with the Money in the Bank ladder matches, they do like to pull a swerve. Robbie says, "D, why is SD predictable in the latter part of the show?" Sophie says, "Like you think someone is going to win, then the last minute they change the finish." Robbie says, "What, Dolly Parton 9 to 5, LOL." Pico says, "This is the E season I hate the most. Lackluster talent put into the bank cashing. The ho-hum bank cashing." Yeah, well, LA Knight's not lackluster talent, but he has talent that needs to be pushed into something more so than what he's been doing. We'll see. We'll see. People says, I'd rather watch International Flip Cup. Ravi says, Travis, remember when SmackDown was a great show to watch?
Yeah, just a few weeks back.
Sophie says, do you think that women's tag team that we saw in a promo would have got called up if they were single wrestlers? Yeah, I don't know anything about them, so I couldn't even answer that question.
If they were
Sophie.
single, I was like, oh, what, are they single?
Singles
They're not
wrestlers.
single. No.
Chris says somewhere, someplace, Kenny Omega is raging because he lost a match of new Street Fighter 6 game. That's weird. There's the qualifying matches that are coming up. Butch versus Baron Corbin.
So Bailey
Santos
looks like
versus
she gets
Ali,
an EO. So
Michin versus Bailey and Shotzi versus Io Sky.
So Bailey and EO should be in there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there it is.
That'd be weird.
New title.
Yeah, they put
We got
it
a new
in there.
championship, guys.
New championship's coming. There, bow.
One belt. No more two belts.
Rob is like, nah, Travis, you're reaching with that. LOL, a few weeks ago. So he says, wow, Corbin is on NXT, but he gets a Money in the Bank qualifying match. Why? People's like, you a fan of tennis, Travis?
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's been a minute, so I don't know any of the current players, but yes.
Nice. And sleepy time.
What's the title going to look like?
I don't know. It's going to look like garbage, probably, if they have it look anything like the one on the other side.
Is it going to be like the winged one?
Hmm.
Or is it going to be like the ones they have?
Robbie says Triple H selling dreams like Mr. Sandman with the new title. Sophie says at least we don't have to see Roman carry 2 championships anymore. About time it took them long enough. And Chris says Ali's still on SmackDown. They just showed the graphic, but I guess he can still be on NXT because free agent.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't care.
He can travel, old Corbin.
I'm sure they'll probably put Ali over anyways.
It's my 8th birthday, sign said.
Uh-huh.
Put up your one.
No. No. No.
That might be an USO thing.
I'm pretty sure. Well, I thought it was. I mean, it says they are the was.
Here comes
But
Roman.
Could we have? Oh, excuse me. Robbie says Dean knows the Mr. Sandman song. Sophie says at least the Money in the Bank matches will have fresh talent in them. And Pico says also no one cares about free agency dippity doo dah dumb buzzwords. Sophie says I guess they were waiting for Roman to make it this long to finally introduce a new championship.
Take
Chris
a good
says-
look, because that's the last time you're going to see him with 2 belts on.
Chris says, okay, no more 2 belts, so Punk's title reigns is still valid and still is the standard and longest reign WWE champ at 434 days. Good, fuck you, WWE, and fuck you, Roman. And Pico says, oh, here we are, real talent. And Vindicator says, I feel the urge to leave, but I will hang around just to see who will be Roman's next challenger or to see maybe what the belt's going to kind of look like. I don't know. I might have to get up and leave.
You can't just leave.
Why not?
Because you have to see what the belt's going
Why can't I leave? It's not fair. Everybody else gets to leave. Robbie says, I went to Wimbledon once. It's a long day, man. Sophie says tomorrow he is going to replace Pedro. That was fast. What?
It doesn't really pass him because he hasn't had the only belt. Now we have 2 titles again. So it no longer as important.
It's completely invalid.
It's just, he's had 1 belt. Bob Backlund, the guy you just named, and Hulk Hogan did it when there was 1. There was only 1 belt at the time.
Yeah, there wasn't like 1 on each promotion.
They were the only world champion. Where this one, they split it into 2. It's kind of like a participation trophy. But Roman has done it over the last year. We know that. Over 400 days. That's pretty badass.
Mm-hmm. Ow, ow, ow. Robbie says that. Pico says, Vindicator, it feels like that pimple you want to get rid of. I was like, D, when you read my comments, why do you put that silly UK accent on? I'm making it sound like a nerd. Because you are a nerd. Because you're such a nerd.
It looks flat on top, so it looks like it could look like the ones that are already there. Can't be undisputed. So it's exactly the same.
What? Yeah, it's so incredible. Like, oh my gosh, so much. Woo! So much more. Says like whoever beats Roman will carry that new championship. Chris says, oh, you know, Paul Heyman also had to say in it, he remembered Punk. Pickle says, haha, they have a tribal clown sign.
Yeah, right there by the 1,000.
Vinegar says, oh, Pickle, I'm not sure I would know. My skin has always been blemish free. Robbie says, D, I can tell you can't be asked anymore. And Sophie says, wow, that championship looks good. Chris says, Orange Cassidy has had 25 title defenses this year. That's more than Roman. That's sad on both sides, if you ask me. Laughing. Kings County says, dope belt. And Sophie says, so what are they going to do with the 2 championships now?
They're gone.
They're just retired. They're just gone. They don't exist anymore. I'm not sure why we would call this one undisputed, though. I think it's just dumb. But
yeah.
Whatever.
It's
a dumb name. I don't know why they would even remotely want to use that name.
Undisputed means you can't argue it.
So what? Rafi says, how many titles does Roman need? Chris says...
What the fuck?
The entire universe. Rafi says, how many titles does Roman need? And Chris says, oh, I know it. Everyone said
Here
it
comes
was
the
gonna
Uso
be gold.
Penitentiary, guys.
Sophie says, Paul Heyman is carrying both championships. Yeah, he's probably going to carry both the belts. Make sure they're okay. Hey, look, there they are. They weren't supposed to be here, and they're here. What? Paul Heyman did something wrong. Because what's-his-face did everything he was supposed to do, but they're going to try to bring the manager. But it's not his fault. It's his fault.
Might as well break up the whole bloodline.
Yeah. So, is there more on? Is there
You're
another match on?
You're a moron.
You're a moron. You're an idiot.
Moron.
Moron.
Is there moron? Moron. Mm-hmm. There's no more matches, no.
No, there isn't? Oh my god, can we leave?
But there's still quite a bit of time
Oh
left.
my god, I know, but can we just leave?
There's
Because
14
no more
minutes.
matches. Nobody cares.
Yeah, people care. That's what people tune in for.
Vindicator says, yeah, this company is a complete wasteland now. Isn't a waste of time in this hype just to change the color of the belt. Still, with that stupid W in the middle.
Yeah, it looks exactly the same.
Robbie says, gee, so this feud with the Usos, is it going anywhere? What is it leading to? What's the point? No, Piccolo says, we the ones, kids, the Unos. Sophie says, I thought Rikishi was coming to fix that bloodline thing. Vindicator says, this was worse than con tellings about Philip Jack Brooks on Collision. Oh, God. Piccolo says, surely you can't be serious, jack it off. And Robbie says, D, you had a choice to watch wrestling. Oh, no. Sophie says, I like this new championship a lot more than the old championship. Everbless is like, we the one. And King says, the Usos, more like the DUIs. Oh, that's only one of them. It's only one. That's Jimmy. Jay usually keeps his nose clean. Joshua Phillips in the chat says, "Sup? What's going on
Sup.
now for the main event, Travis?" Main event. There's no main event. All the events are done. What?
Sup.
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 Sophie says, "I don't mind the W in the middle."
It's just the same belt.
It's just the same. Nothing different.
Like they didn't go out of their way to bring back like a classic or something.
Verblast says, "Imagine LA Knight versus CM Punk." And Robbie's like, "D. Travis never forced you. How do you know? Were you here?" Bentley Darby in the chat. "Hey, Bentley and Roman Reigns is a new belt. Looks so stupid."
Yeah, it's the same thing.
It's not any different than the stupid belts he already has. Vinny here says, "And I guess the Uso boys are Roman next challenger, so whatever. I'm heading out, and I will still see you guys for Raw." I don't know why I keep doing this to myself, but LOL later, gamers. We all hope for something different, I guess.
Right.
Piccolo says, "I like Jay and Jimmy. Has always been cordial." Yes. Nothing wrong with them as a tag team. Sophie says, "Do you expect them to give Kevin and Sammy new tag team championship design next?" Piccolo says, "It's improved Coke, basically."
Okay.
It's new Coke.
They're in the ring together.
Wow, it's a good thing. Old Jimmy's out there. Oh, look, he got a nice new shiny belt there. It's pretty. So pretty. Got a new belt. Pico's like, "Bye-bye, Vindicator." And Robbie says, "Oh, D, the title is just a piece of scrap metal." Yeah, no shit. Congratulations,
They're like, "Can you make it a different
bro."
color, but like exactly the same?"
Yes.
They're like, "Yeah, we got it on the computer. We'll just cut it out real quick." It's that Orange County chopper that makes them for them.
Yeah. Kick him in the face. Kick him
Yeah,
in the face.
that's
Kick him
not-
in the face.
That's not happening.
Sophie's like, "Jay still looks confused and not knowing how he feels about this whole thing." And Robbie's like, "Cola, did you make dinner?" Joshua says, "I thought the Usos weren't going to be there tonight." You know what? That's what they were told not to.
Why would they do something stupid?
Bentley says, "I hope Triple H is watching as he knows the new belt design is stupid." Piccolo says, "Nah, I went out to B-Dubs, Buffalo Wild Wings." Robbie says, "D, you would look something." And Everbless says, "I have a good dream last night. The LA Knight cash in on Roman when I looked on WWE channel." Nice. Piccolo's like, "Sorry, I forget if that place is outside the States." Sophie says, "Solo is also in the middle of this thing since he is the brother of the Usos."
Yeah.
The brother.
The
He the
brother.
brother.
He
He the
the
brother of the
brother.
Usos.
He the brother.
Cousin of Roman. King County says, "Who remembers the 02 WWE Undisputed belt before the brand split?"
I remember it.
Cola, living the best life like D.
The only one that needs fixing is you and breakfast.
Yeah.
Breakfast
you
needs
and
fixing.
breakfast.
Why do you keep moving your hand away from me?
Because you're weird.
Why is your hand so weird?
You're weird. Leave me alone. Stop. No.
You're so weird.
Leave me alone. Oh, honey bunnies. You are a warm kitty cat, but in the wrong spot. People call Brother Bear? Yeah, Brother Bear. I was like, D, you would look good with that title on your shoulder. Joshua says, "So who do you guys think will dethrone Roman?" I don't know.
You've been a bad brother.
Pico's like, "Fix me some pancakes, oos." Everbless is like, "Bliss is really pregnant." Yeah, it's not a fake
Yeah,
thing.
oos.
It's not surprising. It's real.
You've gone crazy.
Crazy.
This
Joshua's
right here?
Like, Jimmy Uso?
This shit right here?
Yeah, it's Jimmy. He's talking.
This shit right here?
After he gets done using you, he gonna abuse you. And everybody's gonna be a victim. And that's just how it's gonna be. Oh no, Solo's like, "No, he would. He wouldn't do that. He loves
I'm
me."
confused.
I'm so confused right now. Oh, did you ever Bloody Matter yesterday? You got a picture? Cool. No way.
They should air this in the back so we don't have to see it.
Right? They should just end the show right now. 9 minutes early. Whoever says that. And
exactly. Roman's right there, though.
He was like Solo beside himself.
Yeah, you see me, the tribal chief.
Robbie's like, Roman doesn't inspire me to watch wrestling. Doesn't inspire me to do anything. It's like, here's your chance to shine. Oh no.
He doesn't talk on the mic.
What's he gonna say? What's he gonna say?
It'll be in a really high-pitched voice. I'm running with the Usos.
I like my brothers. They're my friends. Piccolo's like, I acknowledge you, fool. Bah. I acknowledge you, my tribal chief.
But I roll with my brothers.
Piccolo's like, but you still a bad brother.
These two right here, this shit right here, they're my brothers.
Yeah. They're his brothers. They're his brothers. Joshua says,
Why does
1,000
Jay look
days
so
is impressive.
swollen? I wonder if he's been drinking.
He might have been. But he cheated a lot of his title reign, you know.
I mean, obviously, they got to figure something out. Because Roman can't be by himself, so they got to fix this somehow.
Ooh.
Celine Dion said,
Everblast says she told me that Bray and her will do a mix theme.
so
for
now he's
Shattered.
doing the
Cool.
same thing?
Roy says, D and you wonder why I won't go to watch live wrestling with this crap. Well, this is a stupid show. This is like a weak show. Oh no, I can't hear anything.
There's too much swearing.
They're making bad words come out. I'm at pay-per-views, Robbie, not this. Nobody cares about these. They don't have a lot of this crap on the pay-per-views. We're better than this. We don't fight like this. We're family.
He's right. You're right.
We're family. But together, forever. Oh my God, you know what's so
Is
crazy?
this how they're turning in babyface?
Yes. Everblood's like, you know what's so crazy? JD McDonough has the same first name for Judgment Day. Oh my God. And Piccolo says, I feel like someone needs someone, just can't acknowledge it. I was like, DLO, we are far.
Oh, what's Roman
Family.
going to do? Roman can't
We're
be by
family.
himself.
Joshua says, do you think Solo would ever fight Roman?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he'll win. What's going to happen? Are you with us or are you against us? I love you. I love you, man.
So is this the babyface turn?
I don't know.
Roman crying a little bit?
I don't know, but it's almost over, so.
We have about 3 more minutes. I still feel like something could happen.
Robbie's like, crocodile tears, LOL. He's
What's he
like,
going to do here? Is Roman going to say something and then crush him?
You're dead to me. Just kidding.
See, he looked up. No.
Robbie's like, fam, are we? Like, no. I mean, I'll hug you, and I like you, but no. He said no.
Well, he has to say no. You can't do
no.
that.
Joshua was like, who's crying?
There it is! Samoan
there
Spike!
it is. He's like, I'll teach you a lesson.
What's Jay going to do?
No, Jay. Your brother said no.
And that's okay. Because they're still brothers. It's Jimmy needs to fall in line. He can't be like, hey.
I want to run this. I want to do it myself. It's like, no, you don't get to do it.
Jay needs to go with him to make it better. Because Jay's torn.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. King's like, Solo has gone rogue. But he didn't. He went back to the dark side.
Well,
you want to know why he went to the dark side? Because they have cookies. That's why. Come to the dark side. We have cookies.
And milk.
Piccolo says, he leaving the boy band oos. Joshua says, Samoan Spike to Jimmy. Yep. Robbie says, oh, thanks for watching Wrestling Gap, everybody. Bentley says, the Bloodline just need to stop.
It's the island of relevancy. If you get rid of the Bloodline, then SmackDown's not worth watching.
That's true.
There's nothing else on
They don't
SmackDown.
have anything that even makes it worth the effort to see.
What are you going to tune in to watch LA Knight and Shotzi?
Well, LA Knight, if you gave them something to do, but... Are you watching Dynamite? No, buddy. You'll have to watch it on your own. Bentley says Roman Reigns is so stupid. Why does he even deserve the belt?
Rampage, but no, we're not going to be watching Rampage.
Let's see. Martha of Chicago PD is yawning, and Pico's like, exactly. Chris is like, bye, guys. Good night, everyone. Yes, we're leaving as well. Bye, everybody.
It's not over yet.
Yeah, it's so over. See? All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us today and watching some, WWE Smackdown with us. Have a great weekend, everybody. Not anything too exciting, which is kind of nice to have a weekend off. Anyways, we'll be back on Monday for Raw. And then, of course, we'll be here next week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Wednesday for Dynamite and so on and so forth. Have a great weekend, guys.
We appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching Wrestling Gap. We'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye.
Bye.